The San Francisco 49ers are heading into Week 6 with a lot more than just another football game to think about. As they prepare to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the team is dealing with a wave of breaking news, from injuries and roster shifts to bold comments from General Manager John Lynch about possible trades. It's been one of the busiest and most dramatic weeks of the season for the 49ers, and fans can feel the tension and excitement building as kickoff approaches. This game against the Buccaneers isn't just another matchup, it's a critical moment for San Francisco to prove they're still one of the NFL's top contenders. Coming off a few challenging weeks filled with close games and injury scares, the 49ers know that momentum is everything right now. But as always, when it comes to this franchise, there's never a dull moment, and this week's developments could have a major impact on their path forward. Let's start with the biggest talking point, John Lynch's comments that have the entire league buzzing. In a press conference earlier this week, Lynch was asked directly about trade rumors swirling around the organization as the NFL trade deadline approaches. His response was short but powerful. He said, "We're always evaluating. We're proud of this team, but we're never satisfied. If there's a move that can make us better, we'll take a look." Those words instantly set social media on fire. Every fan and analyst knows that when John Lynch speaks like that, something might be brewing behind the scenes. He has a history of making impactful, franchise-altering decisions right before the deadline. Just think back to the Christian McCaffrey trade, a move that completely changed the team's offensive identity and helped push them deep into the playoffs. That memory alone has fans wondering if Lynch might be gearing up for another major addition to strengthen the roster for a championship run. The timing of these trade discussions is interesting. The 49ers have been dealing with some serious injuries lately. Several key players have either missed practice or been limited this week. Reports indicate that wide receiver Deebo Samuel is still nursing a minor leg issue that kept him limited in drills. While it doesn't appear to be too serious, the coaching staff is being extremely cautious with him. They know how vital his versatility is to the offense, and losing him, even for a short stretch, would be a massive blow. On defense, there's also concern surrounding linebacker Greenlaw, who's been dealing with hamstring tightness. Greenlaw's physicality and energy are essential to the Niners' defensive identity. Without him at full strength, Fred Warner shoulders an even heavier load in the middle. Kyle Shanahan mentioned that the team will monitor Greenlaw throughout the week before making a final decision on his game day status. Meanwhile, left tackle Trent Williams has also been battling through an ankle issue. Williams has been the rock of this offensive line for years, but the team might consider giving him some rest or limited snaps if they can build a lead early against Tampa Bay. The coaching staff wants him healthy for the long haul, especially with tougher matchups on the horizon. Despite the injury concerns, the 49ers locker room remains confident. Brock Purdy, who continues to develop into one of the league's most reliable young quarterbacks, spoke to reporters and expressed his trust in the team's depth. "We've got guys who can step up. Everyone knows their role, and we're ready to go no matter what," he said. That kind of confidence and composure has been Purdy's trademark since taking over as starter, and it's one of the reasons the 49ers are still viewed as a legitimate Super Bowl threat. Now, as for the Buccaneers, this game is no walk in the park. Tampa Bay has been a scrappy team this season under quarterback Baker Mayfield. They've shown flashes of offensive rhythm and a solid defensive front that can make life difficult for opposing quarterbacks. The 49ers' offensive line will need to be at its best to keep Purdy protected and give Christian McCaffrey space to operate. McCaffrey, who's been on an MVP-caliber pace this season, remains the focal point of the offense. Even when defenses try to stack the box, he finds ways to produce, whether it's through his vision as a runner or his ability to catch passes out of the backfield. Kyle Shanahan knows that the Buccaneers' defense thrives on forcing turnovers, so the game plan will likely revolve around quick passes, misdirection plays, and getting the ball into the hands of playmakers early. Expect Brandon Ayuk to play a big role this week as well. Ayuk has quietly become one of the best route runners in the league, and his chemistry with Purdy continues to grow every game. Defensively, the 49ers have one major focus: containing Baker Mayfield and preventing explosive plays. The Bucs rely heavily on deep shots to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and if the Niners can limit those, it could be a long day for Tampa Bay. Nick Bosa and Javon Hargrave will be key to applying pressure and forcing Mayfield into quick, risky throws. After a few weeks of inconsistent defensive performances, this game could be a statement opportunity for San Francisco's defense to remind everyone why they were ranked among the league's best last season. Now back to John Lynch's comments, because that's where things get really interesting. When asked specifically about potential trade targets, Lynch didn't give away any names, but insiders believe the 49ers are exploring multiple positions. Offensive line depth is a top priority, but the front office is also monitoring the cornerback market closely. Injuries and inconsistent performances in the secondary have made it clear that another veteran presence could make a huge difference. Names like Jalen Johnson from Chicago and Patrick Surtain II from Denver have surfaced in reports, though landing either player would require a significant trade package. Still, with Lynch's track record of making bold moves, no one would be surprised if he pulled off another blockbuster. The 49ers have shown time and again that they're willing to sacrifice future draft picks for proven talent that can help them win now. Even if no trade happens immediately, Lynch's comments have a strategic purpose. By hinting at possible moves, he sends a message to the locker room that management is all in on this season. It motivates players, keeps competition alive, and reminds everyone that the standard in San Francisco is championship or bust. That kind of mentality is what has kept the 49ers near the top of the NFC year after year. The next few weeks will be crucial. With matchups against playoff-caliber teams coming soon, the Niners need to stay healthy and sharp. The Buccaneers game could serve as a perfect opportunity to regain rhythm and confidence. A strong win here would silence critics and remind the rest of the league that the 49ers are still one of the most complete and dangerous teams in football. However, a sloppy performance or another round of injuries could add even more urgency to the trade discussions. The NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes this moment so compelling. Every move, every decision, and every injury matters. For now, all eyes are on Sunday. Can the 49ers overcome the week's distractions and take care of business against Tampa Bay? Can Brock Purdy continue his strong play and lead the offense despite injuries to key players? And will John Lynch's comments turn out to be foreshadowing of another blockbuster move that shakes up the league? What we do know is that this team is built for moments like these. The leadership of Shanahan, the vision of Lynch, and the determination of players like Warner, McCaffrey, Samuel, and Bosa have created a culture that thrives under pressure. This week might be filled with uncertainty, but it's also filled with opportunity, the kind that championship teams seize. As kickoff approaches, one thing is certain: the 49ers aren't backing down. They're gearing up, they're adjusting, and they're focused on making another statement win. John Lynch's message to fans and the league was clear: the 49ers are never satisfied. They're built to compete, to dominate, and to keep pushing for that elusive 6th Super Bowl title. So while the headlines this week may be filled with rumors, speculation, and injury reports, the truth is that this is exactly what great teams go through. The 49ers are built to handle it, and if history repeats itself, we might be just days away from seeing Lynch make another bold move that changes everything. San Francisco has been here before, facing adversity, managing expectations, and proving doubters wrong. And once again, they have a chance to turn the noise into motivation. Week 6 against the Buccaneers isn't just another game. It's a statement opportunity for the players, for Kyle Shanahan, and for John Lynch's vision of what this team can be. All eyes will be on Levi's Stadium this weekend. Because when the 49ers take the field, they won't just be fighting for a win. They'll be making a statement to the entire NFL that this team is far from done. In fact, they might just be getting started.